Pokemon investing, something I have personally been doing a lot lately. I guess you can kind of consider that, like buying a lot of sealed products and just keeping them. There is one big thing that I feel like is not really talked about in this community about, I guess really in the TCG space in general, about investing into products, investing into sealed products, investing into cards. I feel like a lot of the bigger like YouTubers don't really have to deal with this because they have a community built up that they can sell it to. Like they can sell their expensive products to, like once their investments kind of work out, they can sell them to them. Like for example, like Rudy from Alpha Investments, that's the guy that kind of got me investing into it, should I say? The guy that really got me into investing in general, like you know what I mean? Like the concept of it, because it makes sense, perfect sense. But there is one big problem that I feel like a lot of people do not talk about. It is the fees, because typically people sell online with TCG Player and eBay. And those two places, they charge an extreme amount of fees. So it's kind of, it eats away at your margins like crazy. But if you have a good audience and you have a way to sell it online, you will only have to pay the taxes on that instead of having to pay the fees and maybe like a 2 to 3% like card or like reader fee or whatever like that. Like I forgot exactly what it is, but like for using a card online or whatever like that. I know there's kind of fees. I haven't done none of this online, like being a seller, so I don't really know those fees you have to do. But I've heard a lot of sellers say that they have fees for that. So also what's crazy is I recorded this whole entire video and I kind of messed up because I had changed like crinkling the whole time, so I canceled that out. So we're on to the second one of this. It's coming out Saturday, but it's okay. You know, we're gonna get it out. But also there is, so like, okay, I want to give you an example for like selling on eBay with the fees, how it's going to eat your margins like crazy. Okay, so let's say you invest into a sealed box, let's say Twilight Masquerade. Let's say it goes to 150. Let's say you're like, okay, I want to sell it on eBay. Takes 13% off the top, regardless, no matter what they don't care if you bought it already, what price you bought it, anything like that. They take 13%. So out of 150, 13% is 20 bucks. $20. That is at 130. That means your profit is at like 30% already. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy to think about that. Like, it's insane. Like, oh my God. Then after that, people don't also account for taxes on there. You know what I mean? You have to pay taxes on those gains that you get. Like, that's the one big thing I feel like people don't talk about. Taxes part of it, taxes part, and the fees. Fees eat your money away like crazy. Okay, so let's say the 13% from the eBay fees, you're at 130. Then let's say, I don't know, I'm gonna guess here, maybe 10% for the profits on your sold or whatever like that. So you're at like maybe $20 from eBay for the fees, and then $13 for the cost of taxes are gonna cost you. Like, this is just a round number. I don't really know and stuff like that. I'm just saying there's a lot of other factors that you can go into this. Probably even less than that. You already put the product you bought for $100, so it would actually be the gains that you'd making, which would be $50. After that, it'd be $37. So you probably take 10% of that, so it might be $3. But at the end of the day, you're probably out of there maybe $25. So that's what your profit is on there. Maybe at the end of the day, $25 goes to eBay fees, taxes, all the other stuff, shipping and stuff like that you have to do with that. So it's at the end of the day, you're only making, instead of 50% margin or 50% profit, you're only making 25% profit. And that is a big cut. That is a big cut of your thing. But there is ways I feel you can kind of go around at least the fee part of it, really, that I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about. One big way to do it is selling in person, like on Facebook, OfferUp, things like that. But there is kind of a little sketchy kind of thing why I understand why people don't want to do it on Facebook. You just have to meet up in the right places. Like, for instance, like a police station local to you, a courthouse, I don't know, somewhere where you have a lot of cameras, a shopping center, even that could be a little sketchy too, you know what I mean? Like that. Make sure you have somewhere where there's a lot of cameras, a lot of people, where nothing will happen. Because I know a lot of people are afraid of getting robbed. Every single time, me personally, so far that I've had online, that I've met like people buying stuff, I've had fine with that. Never try to do anything to me or anything like that. So that's just me, because I feel like, in general, I feel like the Pokemon community don't really do that. You know what I mean? But there's people that come into this hobby and want just the money part of it, and they know things are worth a certain amount of money, so they just, you know what I mean? There's always people in there. But Pokemon people that actually do Pokemon, actually enjoy it, they're not gonna do these things to you. So it's gonna be people that, like the outer people that just want to make a quick buck off of this kind of thing like that. I mean, I guess you could say the investors are kind of like that too, but you know, that's a whole other story. But you understand what I'm saying. Second way is selling as a vendor. I know a lot of people don't want to do vending. A lot of people don't like vending. Me personally, I did it a little bit at Card Party. It's a really fun thing to do. It's really kind of, I don't want to say stressful, but it's a lot of like quick like numbers, you know what I mean? Like that. You have to get ready, have TCG Player up, eBay up, make sure you know the prices of your cards. Me, I wasn't even prepared for it really. You know what I mean? So I couldn't really price out my cards. I just kind of did it. I might have lost some money, but I actually sold, I think maybe like a couple like 20-30 bucks of cards, which is kind of nice. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even planning on selling some cards. It's nice to offload some of the cards that you pull, and especially how much money you put into this hobby. Especially me, trust me. There's so much. This is just so much into this hobby, so much. But I enjoy it. I really do enjoy this. Like, it's an addiction, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm investing a lot too. So I'm kind of trying to make money up there. But that's just for a whole nother story. So vending, because you're at the end of the day when you're vending, you can probably, especially go to local shows. I would say like a local, like let's say your fairgrounds or whatever like that. Like I have a local fairgrounds near me. I could probably go to one of their shows. They have like a show there once a year, kind of thing like that. So I could probably go there and kind of like start selling stuff, and maybe cost maybe like 50, $60 to go for the day. But there is another problem with that, I would say, and that would be vending would be really good for people that are investing into raw cards, and they invest into graded cards. You know what I mean? That's the two best things that are in that would be for vendors that I've seen. Because the majority of the time when I go to these collections and everything like that, most of the people have graded cards and raw cards. That's the majority of what they have. A lot of people don't really have sealed products. They do typically have sealed products, but they don't really move as fast because a lot of people aren't looking fast. That's why online is kind of the biggest place to go to find and sell sealed products. That's why people go on eBay and stuff like that. But there's also another place that I feel like is not really talked about a lot also, which I don't know why people don't utilize that a lot too, is Facebook groups. Facebook groups, you can sell cards like crazy. And that's another way you can get to your local communities. You mean find your local group. I'm in a local like Pokemon group or whatever like that. Like people post cards up there every day. I don't really buy stuff from them, you know what I mean? Because people want some crazy money on their cards. That's a good way of selling cards too. I'm gonna kind of go off on a little thing right here, but a lot of people online, especially in person, is if you give them a good discount, like instead of that 13% that eBay is gonna take off 5 to 7%. People will really like that. Like, you know what I mean? That's a big difference for somebody because majority of people want to get top dollar for their cards. It's crazy, trust me. That's why I've kind of low-key kind of stopped the $100 to $10,000 challenge right now because I cannot find no deals at all. But I'll probably make a video of that, of update of that, because it's not doing too good. But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, Facebook groups are a really good place to go. Go into Facebook groups, post your cards up, post whatever products you want. Majority of people go in. Main thing with that is you need a lot of references though when you sell on Facebook because people just don't want to, especially if they're spending multiple $100s on products. Let's say you have like a sealed box of Twilight Masquerade. So let's say that's like, for instance, like I'm gonna say it's $800. Let's say you bought it for $600, you're selling it for $800. A lot of people want to know like, hey, like, is this a reputable seller? You know what I mean, like that. Have you sold cards on here before? Have you bought stuff on here before? Kind of thing like that, because that's a lot of money that people are dealing with. But you being a seller, you can kind of make sure you get that money because you get the money first from them and just send them the products. And you don't want to mess up on these kind of apps like that. You don't want to mess up your reputation. Your reputation is everything on like Facebook groups, your local groups, and everything like that. Especially on eBay and stuff like that. You don't want to mess up your reputation at all because that can kill your investments like that. But you can also sell like local vendors. But local vendors or vendors in general want 60, 70% because they got to make money too. But you know what I mean? So there's different ways to kind of get around it. That's just one big thing that I've really seen in this hobby that I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about. And that's one big thing that I'm trying to think of too when I start selling products. That's why maybe down the road, I don't know, I might do the vending part of it. I don't know. But if you have a hot product, people will buy your product for like 90% or something like that. Like say a box of Evolving Skies, let's say it's at like $600 or something like that. You bought it for like 300, you know what I mean? So you want to sell it. People will probably buy your product maybe a little bit off, like maybe for 90%. But you know, there's kind of different ways where you can kind of sell your investments and get more of a profit out of it. I'm not trying to defer you from investing in a Pokemon. It's a really fun thing. It's nice having all this product because I know at the end of the day, if I want to, I can just rip it all open. It'd be so fun. I would lose a lot of money, but you know, it's fun to do it in general. There's a lot of good things about it. But I wanted to put this out there so I can kind of hit that little thing in the back of your head, just so you know, just have that little noise being like, okay, I got to think about this, and you know, have plans for. I mean, I don't plan on selling my products for like 5 or 6 or 7 years, so maybe eBay fees will be like 1 or 2% by then. I highly doubt it, but you know what I mean. It's good thinking. So down the road, you got to figure out. It's nice to buy these things. Trust me, it's really nice to buy these things, but you got to figure out an exit strategy to it. The exit strategy is going to be a big part of it. But if you're just starting to get into it like I am, I'm not really thinking about that till down the road, but it is something to kind of keep in mind. So how are you going to sell these products to get rid of them down the way? You can always buy stuff, but you got to figure out how you're going to exit the products too. So like you said, these other creators that are making these big investments, being like, hey, invest in this product, invest in this product, buying like so many cases and stuff like that, they have a big community that they can sell to and just pay the taxes on that. They don't have to pay those fees like eBay. So keep that in mind. Hope y'all enjoyed this. See you on the next one. Peace.